the sole survivor of LANSA Flight 508. Date of crash, December 24, 1971. One of the most unbelievable stories of survival comes from Juliane Koepcke, who was just 17 years old when LANSA Flight 508, a Lockheed L-188A Electra turboprop, crashed into the Amazon rainforest. This incident is not just a tale of miraculous survival, but also a testament to human resilience and the profound connection between humans and nature. The flight and the crash. The domestic flight was scheduled to travel from Jorge Chavez International Airport in Lima to Coronel FAP Francisco Secada Viñeta International Airport in Iquitos. It was a routine trip, one that many passengers undertook to visit family and friends for the Christmas holidays. However, on December 24th, just 25 minutes after takeoff, the plane flew into a thunderstorm and began to experience extreme turbulence. The skies turned ominous, and passengers could feel the tension in the air. A bolt of lightning struck the right wing of the aircraft, and in an instant, the situation turned catastrophic. The plane nosedived, breaking apart mid-air. Juliane Koepcke, now Dr. Juliane Koepcke, later recounted the harrowing moments. The next thing I knew, I was no longer inside the cabin. I was outside, in the open air. I hadn't left the plane. The plane had left me. She fell approximately 10,000 feet, still strapped to her seat, plummeting through the sky. Survival against the odds. Juliane crashed into the Amazon, losing consciousness upon impact. When she woke up the next morning, she found herself alone in the dense rainforest. Despite her injuries, including a concussion, a broken collarbone, and deep cuts, she summoned the strength to move. Her survival instincts kicked in, and she remembered her father's advice: find water and follow it downstream. For 11 days, Juliane trekked through the rainforest. She had only a bag of sweets she found at the crash site for sustenance. The jungle, with its snakes, mosquitoes, and other wildlife, posed numerous threats, but Juliane pressed on. She encountered many challenges, including the pain from her injuries and the psychological toll of being alone in such a vast, intimidating environment. Early life and preparation. Juliane's survival can be partly attributed to her unique upbringing. She grew up with a profound appreciation for nature. Her father, Hans Wilhelm, was a zoologist, and her mother, Maria, an ornithologist. The couple moved to Peru seeking a country with high biodiversity and set up a research station deep in the Amazon. This station, named Panguana, after a native bird, became Juliane's home and school. Living in the jungle, Juliane learned about the plants, animals, and survival skills that would later save her life. Her parents' work and their deep connection to nature instilled in her a respect and understanding of the environment. This knowledge was crucial during her 11-day ordeal. The day of the crash. On the day of the crash, Juliane and her mother were on their way to celebrate Christmas with her father after her high school graduation. They boarded the flight with a sense of anticipation and excitement. Despite the initial smooth flight, dark clouds soon signaled trouble ahead. The storm intensified, and the plane began to shake violently. Juliane's mother, who had always felt uneasy about flying, looked at the sky with concern. She remarked, "Hopefully this goes all right," just before the lightning struck. The flash of white light and the subsequent disintegration of the plane separated Juliane from her mother and everyone else on board. The fall and immediate aftermath. As she hurtled toward the ground, Juliane noticed the treetops below, which looked like broccoli heads. This surreal observation was the last thing she remembered before losing consciousness. The dense foliage cushioned her fall, which likely saved her life. Waking up the next morning, Juliane was disoriented and in pain. Her sleeveless dress was torn, and her glasses were missing. Despite her injuries, she managed to pull herself to her feet and began searching for her mother. Finding no one, she realized she was utterly alone in the vast rainforest. The Trek Through the Jungle. Juliane's journey through the Amazon was a testament to her resilience and the survival skills she had learned from her parents. She knew that finding water and following it would eventually lead her to human civilization. This knowledge gave her a sense of direction and purpose. She followed a small stream, battling through thick vegetation and the dangers of the jungle. At one point, she stumbled upon a horrifying sight: a row of seats from the plane with bodies still strapped in, their feet pointing up. The sight paralyzed her with fear, but she pressed on, driven by the will to survive. Rescue and Aftermath. By the 10th day, Juliane was near exhaustion.